All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another installment of United Worldwide Facebook Live here on the campus of the University of Northern Iowa. I almost got that all in one take, but it's summer, right, Molly? It's summer, and we are starting things out here with a bang, letting you know more about our cultural intensive and English program, all things CIEP. This installments of United Worldwide Facebook Live. But of course, with what we do every time, before we get going, we would like to hand it over to an employee of 1 year today. We have been graced with the presence of Molly Astorita. Congratulations, 1 year at the University of Northern Iowa, Molly Astorita, and she has a birthday this Friday. A birthday this Friday, and she has graced our presence for 1 year. Molly, you are a rock star. You've always been awesome. You've always helped me out. I definitely applaud you, and I'm so happy that you've been a part of our team. So go ahead and you have the soapbox and let us know what we need to know.
Awesome. Thank you, John. I know it was nice. Right when I was coming in, I saw all the different pictures. They decorated my office for my 1 year anniversary. So, oh, I'm even losing my voice. I'm getting emotional. No, it's all good. But I have to go back out there and peek and see what decorations they did. So, but yes, it's just been a blessing to be able to work with you all. It's just made coming into work a lot of fun. So, but yes, as usual, I got to, give you some updates. So it's about 3 months away from the start of the fall semester. So many of you have accepted. So I'm so excited to see that. I'm looking forward to meeting you on campus during orientation. And then for those who maybe haven't accepted, just know you still can, or always communicate with us what you're thinking. And we hope that you're making the appropriate steps to reserve housing, sitting in your financial documentation if you haven't done so already, setting up those visa appointments. So all those things to help you get here to Cedar Falls, Iowa. So it's going to be a fun summer. I'm excited to go to farmers markets and Sturgis Falls here, and then we'll be ready to have you here in August. So just remember, if you want to ask us any questions, you can contact us at international.admissions@uni.edu, or for those of you in the United Worldwide page, I'll just put in the comments a reminder of how to reach out to me. And then just as usual, keep checking with our current students on Unibuddy, ask them about their campus life and housing and the town of Cedar Falls, just so that way you can keep learning more and make the decision process easier. And if anything has changed and you don't believe you're going to get your visa on time, please let us know so we can possibly defer your application to a future semester. And then also just know if you have friends or family who are still interested in attending UNI, it's not necessarily too late for like freshman or transfer student applications, but just be mindful to get that application in as soon as possible, just that way with those visa wait times as we're talking about. So all right, well, I think before I lose my voice again here, I better head out, but I am excited for you to learn more about the Culture and Intensive English program. So they'll go into more details about it. But for those of you who applied to UNI to study a major, you might have been conditionally admitted, or you can also just apply directly to CIEP. So they'll go into all those details. But for now, I better go check out the decorations on my door, and I'll let John take it back. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Molly.
Yes, of course.
All right, so we will admit our two guests for this installment of United Worldwide Facebook Live. All things cultural intensive in English program. Here, we want to make sure we get the acronym right, of course, before we start. So I will have our guests introduce themselves, let us know a little bit about what they do here at the University of Northern Iowa, and go right into talking all things CIEP. So Lauren, if you want to go ahead and start.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Lauren Reinhamberg. I am the Curriculum and Assessment Coordinator here in the CIEP. My job is to make sure that the assessments, our tests, our exams are up to our standards, and also to design our curriculum that is the best suited to teach our students the skills they need to be successful here at UNI.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Carolina?
Good morning. Thank you, John, for having us. My name is Carolina Coronado Park, and I'm the Director of International Engagement, which includes also the Cultural and Intensive English program. Thank you for having us, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to share with the students and incoming students about the Cultural Intensive English program that at the University of Northern Iowa. At the CIEP, we offer intensive academic English language instruction and a cultural and social introduction to the United States. The CIEP students are part of the university, and they are here to improve their academic English to be able to go into UNI for undergrad programs or graduate programs, degree-seeking programs at UNI. Our sessions usually begin in August, October, and January. We have sessions of 8 weeks long, and students could be admitted directly through the CIEP or conditionally admitted through the university. We usually have asked students who are new through the university or through the CIEP program to start with an orientation. Why? Because we want the students to be ready to understand how everything, the system at the university is run, so they can be successful. Before starting classes with us, they usually take a placement exam. And Lauren is going to share a little bit about what placement exam means to be able to start enrolling in CIEP classes.
Mhm. So our placement exam is not an exam that is made by another company. Our placement exam is designed and kept by our program, and it matches our curriculum. So it is done and created by our program and our teachers. It does take a little bit of time. It's about 3 to 4 hours, and it assesses all skills: grammar, reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Once they're done, we look at all these test scores and we combine all the scores and place them into one of our 5 levels. Carolina, should I talk about classes too?
Yep, let's describe maybe about the levels. So we have 5 levels that it is starting from the beginners until academic level, in academic English level. So and each level lasts for 8 weeks. So if you pass from one level, you will be advancing every 8 weeks until you are done. It can take you, if you start at level 1, it may be able to take you a little longer than if you start at level 3 or 4. So the placement exam, if you are condition admitted students, you can be placed throughout one of those levels, or you can also test out to enroll directly into UNI academic classes. And one more thing before I let you describe the classes, Lauren, it is that students who complete the CIEP program or test out from the placement exam, they don't need to take any other test requirement, like the TOEFL, the IELTS, the CIEP program, completion of the program fulfill the English requirement for full admission at the UNI.
Lauren, yeah, if we want to go ahead and start talking about what the classes are like, and also if you want to add in that, are there any changes? Are there any, as far as looking, assessing what the classes have done year in and year out? Is this a curriculum you continually to shape, continually to make better, or do we keep the classes at a certain standard throughout the years?
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because just this year we have changed our program to be integrated. We are now one of few programs in the country that is integrated English speaking, because when you learn a language, you learn it through reading, writing, speaking, and listening. You don't learn it separately. So our classes, as Carolina said, we have 5 levels, and each class is integrated, reading, writing, all the skills together in one class with one teacher. 3 hours of a class, and then you don't do everything every day. Sometimes you might do reading one day and then some speaking, or you might do listening and then some writing. So it's always changing and always different. Our students really like it because they can stay with the same group of students every day. They're not constantly changing. It's the same teacher, and it's also the same book. So they don't have to buy a lot of books for our program. Our students are really liking this new integrated program that we have developed. And another thing that we do is we have less homework now, which they're really big fans of. In addition to the class, 1 hour a day, we have a lab in which they might review homework, they might do a speaking activity, they might work with a partner and do some sort of work to continue to practice that English. So we are really proud of this new development that we have in our curriculum. The content of our class is designed to prepare students for academic classes. We have studied and we have analyzed the syllabi and the curriculum for underclassmen and graduate students. And we have found students need to be good at note taking. They need to be good at presentations. They need to be good at discussion and reading a lot and writing all sorts of styles. So we have gotten that into our curriculum, and we are not just teaching to a book. We are teaching students the skills and the things they need to know to actually be successful at UNI. So that's how we're different than some other programs.
All things CIEP here on United Worldwide Facebook Live alongside Lauren Ryan Hamburg, Carolina Coronado Park. I'm John Peterson, bringing you all things to let you know what the cultural and intensive English program is at the University of Northern Iowa. Going forward with this, I may be really good at listening. I may be really good at reading, but speaking is just not cutting it. Even though we are integrating those principles in one class, what if I'm just not great at one, but a lot of the other ones I'm pretty good at?
Well, you mentioned speaking, and I think Carolina wants to talk about some of the speaking opportunities that we have.
And before I do that, I also want to share that we have higher standards in the program because we are an accredited program, which means we are part of the few programs in the United States and around the world that holds an accreditation by the Commission of English Language Program Accreditation, which is an accrediting agency that focuses on post-secondary intensive English language programs and institutions. And it helps us to maintain and to review on a yearly basis how our students are progressing in our program and how they are being successful in academic studies at UNI. So we're always assessing our curriculum, our students' progress, and all of that. So for the speaking opportunities, I want to share with you that we have social and cultural opportunities throughout the whole year for CIEP and also for all of international students. We offer social opportunities for the students to get together with conversation partners, with host families, with also volunteers from the community. We make sure that the students are not only learning the academic stuff, but also the ways of interacting with others. So students will do also, they're always bringing their conversation partners to be able to chat or to have opportunities to present about their country through the International Education Week, for example, that it is an opportunity for all of the students to showcase about their culture, traditions, and everything that they want the world to know about their country. But also, for example, some schools in the community invite the students to go and share about their culture and also help them understand the different cultural traditions, languages that we have around the world. So students are ambassadors for their culture, their countries, and they are able to share that. And also, while they are learning about the American culture, they are also teaching others about what they bring, about their family and everything that their traditions. So there are many opportunities for the students also to, if they are interested when they are studying with us in business, for example, they are able to go to sit in a class to be able to kind of see if they are understanding, if they are able to take notes, if they are able to really feel comfortable as an academic student, a language based, and so it is always, there are opportunities for the students to interact and to be able to see if they can participate, if they can give presentations, or they can even have a conversation with.
So this just isn't in one classroom. When you are in this program, you're able to go out and find your interest and interact and see if you're able to interact, if you're able to listen, if you're able to read, if you're able to speak in that area. So this is kind of, Laura, and I love now that you said integrated, when you're talking about you're integrating someone's career, and with the CIEP, it's just not welcome to this room. You have this 8-week program. Go ahead and sit here and pass, and we'll see you out to your next. No, you're able to look into what you want to do for your career, but integrate that in there. All this can be tough. We were talking before, it can be tough. It can be easy. Of course, it can be enjoyable, but we have a support group to help you out with that as well. We have advisors, we have tutors that help you in this area. So Lauren, if you want to go ahead, or Carolina, if you want to go ahead both and talk about your experience working with these advisors in the CIEP.
Just before we do that, Lauren, let me share the students that are, once that the CIEP students complete the program with us, they start academic classes. So we have students who are if they are enrolling directly to UNI, they are also benefiting from the CIEP. It's not only for CIEP students. This what we offer, it is for all of the international students on campus, or even anyone who is an English learner and is studying at UNI. CIEP students are part of the university. They can live in the university, they can use all of the resources in the university, and they can even be part of students' clubs. So that it is why the students are also integrated in to the university life. But Lauren will be able to share more about our coaching program.
So our CIEP teachers are very experienced. We are 4 teachers who have anywhere from 12 to 25 years of teaching experience. Our classes are smaller because UNI is smaller, about 6 students, and that's just in the CIEP program. Once students go on to academic classes, these experienced instructors still provide support through a program that we have called academic coaching. So this coaching is not quite like advising. We help them with all sorts of things, their homework, their assignments, their writing. International students are such a diverse group. We can help with all sorts of things, language, but also study skills, time management, culture. We can support international students or domestic students who are non-native English speakers. We support these students as well through this coaching program. It's available every day, about 2 hours in the afternoon, or sometimes in the morning, depending on the schedule. And it's these experienced CIEP instructors who give this support. It's really easy. You just walk in to our offices, which will be in the Mocker Union in July, and you sit down with us and we help you out. And it's a really, really good experience for every student that comes in. So come to coaching.
When we've looked at the coaches, can you just tell us a little bit about the background of them? You know, that they've had extensive experience. You were talking about the experience. What type of coaches, or where have our coaches been from that have been here, that have been in the coaching program?
So I would be one of them. I have been here since 2010. I really like grammar. I love grammar, and that's my strength. And really encouraging students to participate, to take part, to engage in the experience here. Jamie West is another instructor in our program. She has 12, 15 years of experience in our program. She started before me. She is excellent at writing and reading skills. And if students struggle in those areas, I tell them, go to Jamie. She's the one to do that. Petra Mayer is another one. She's also been here 12, 14 years, extremely experienced and highly skilled in reading. She just excels at helping students in reading. Finally, we have Tom Reedmiller. He's been here 25 years. He is excellent at speaking and note-taking. He is the one that if you need help with pronunciation, if you need help with presentations, I say, go to Tom. He is the one who can help you. So we all have specializations in the areas, and we all have years of experience supporting all sorts of students.
Students, if you're listening to this right now, you need to know the importance of when you have a team together for that long. I mean, when you have a team together that's been here for 10 plus more years, they get to know each other. They work as a team, know where each other's strengths lies, but at the same time, be a cohesive unit that would be able to help your success here at the University of Northern Iowa. So that's excellent to hear that all of you, I am hearing 10 to 12 years. Well, that's pretty good. And then last one, 25 years. So I'm like, well, geez, all of you have been here for quite some time. And that is absolutely awesome. So when we're looking at the structure of the class, you know that we're able to go outside of the classroom and we're able to look in different areas. Do you provide feedback as far as for the students on like a weekly basis, but do you also allow the students to provide feedback as well of what their experience has been in a CIEP?
Well, as far as classrooms go, they're pretty small, about 6 students a level. And we do give some sort of quiz, test, writing, speaking, presentation, at least 2 or 3 a week. So they're constantly getting that formal feedback, but they're also getting informal feedback in the work that they do in class and for homework. So every day they get some sort of written or spoken feedback about their performance and how well they're doing. And then what was the other question? I forget.
I would like to know as far as what students, like you are providing feedback to them, but our students, are they providing feedback to you overall? Is there a survey at the end or during the program? Like, I'm sorry, I don't really understand how you're teaching this right now. Is there a different way that we can approach it?
I will like to share about that because we are always assessing students from orientation until every session. They are able to complete teaching evaluations, but also if they have any in the way that they are learning or they need to provide some feedback, they have office hours. The instructors have office hours every week. So students can come and visit during office hours, but they can always reach out to the instructors after class or send them an email or make an appointment with an instructor or with me, but also with any of our grad students who run the cultural and social activities. So there are many ways that they can get support and help. But assessing for the program, they also, at the end of each semester, they are able to complete a climate survey. So, and they tell us in the climate survey, not only about how they feel and how the service that we're providing and the instruction that we're providing at the CIEP, but also how they feel at UNI, at the housing, at the dining center, at the health clinic. And I have been working at CIEP for almost 18 years right now. And I feel that constantly, students provide a very positive and satisfactory feedback about our service and how they feel at UNI. Recently, I had been at the commencement at last weekend, and I had seen graduate some of our students who started at CIEP, some of them at the very beginning levels. And it was so rewarding to see students who are completing their program. There was one of a student from Colombia, Rosario, who has been at UNI, and then she brought her daughters from UNI. All of them had gone through UNI, and they are now, one is studying in Germany. She just completed her second master's at UNI in counseling, and the first one, it was in Spanish. So it was amazing to see how you can start without even speaking English at all, and then you can go all the way up to getting their master's and not only undergrads, but also grad degrees at UNI.
That is the definition of a success story right there with that. That is awesome. We will wrap things up here on United Worldwide Facebook Live, all things CIEP. One more question I'd like to ask to wrap things up is, you graduate from the program, you're able to go full in with your major. Do the services still exist though for students once they are done with the program? Are they able to come back and still get refreshers in certain areas?
Come back and visit with the coaches, but also at the university, we're co-teaching some of the courses, the Unified, which before were liberal art courses, like college reading and college writing and reading and oral com. So those classes are mainly for international students, but they are supported by the CIEP instructors. So international students always have help and support. And Lauren can share more about the oral com because she has been co-teaching that class for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Oral communication is taught by myself or another CIEP instructor and an academic instructor from the Communication Studies Department. And the CIEP instructor is there for support for any sort of linguistic, grammar, or pronunciation, or cultural, or any sort of support that is necessary. But it's important to emphasize that the academic instructor is the main instructor. It is just more support for those international students who might need it. And if not, it is a great course in general to get that foundational public speaking experience. So I've taught it for 4 years now, and it's a really, really great class, great improvement for students.
All right, well, that's what I got about the program. Carolina, Lauren, any closing remarks, anything you want our students to know before we sign off, saying, do not forget this about CIEP. Lauren?
Remember that we are a small program. You get really specialized attention from individual teachers and experienced teachers in a great, beautiful campus in a small town in Iowa, and you get that very typical American cultural experience that you would not get in a lot of places. So CIEP is a special place.
We're here to help you all the way up from CIEP to complete your undergrad or grad studies at UNI. So we're hoping to see you in fall. If you're planning to come in fall or in January in the spring, we're here to be part of your journey at UNI.
Awesome. CIEP.uni.edu will show you more information about this wonderful program. But until then, put your questions in the chat. We most definitely will get them to the right person to answer those. And stay tuned for more United Worldwide Facebook Lives throughout summer. Just because school's not in session does not mean that we stop educating you about all things UNI. For Lauren, Carolina, my name is John, saying so long. Enjoy the rest of May and see you more as we have a countdown of 10 days of advice, counting down to your time coming here to the University of Northern Iowa. That's just a sneak peek of what will be happening here in the next month. Stay tuned for more information right here on United Worldwide Facebook page. Have a great day, everybody, and go Panthers.